Hi there, it's Karen Brown from Just Get It Done Quilt. Happy New Year, everyone! 2019 is here, and today I'm going to talk to you about setting some quilting goals for 2019. So stick with me and I'll show you how to do it. Today we start our 2019 calendars, but truly you can set quilting goals at any time of the year. This is just the time when everybody's used to it. I know some of you out there are bullet journal people, and if you're not, I have a planning sheet that you can download over on my website. So I'll put a link in the notes below. Before we talk about your 2019 goals, let's talk about what did you do in 2018. Take a moment, go through your calendar or your Instagram feed or your Facebook feed and take a look at all the quilting things that you accomplished last year. Did you make some quilts you were very proud of? Did you participate in some charity project? Did you learn a new skill at a workshop? Did you try another craft totally different from quilting? Or how about trying a block lotto challenge? And how many UFOs did you get off your to-do list? The point of going through and celebrating your successes is when we feel good about ourselves, it helps with our resilience going forward. We've accomplished these other things, so therefore we should be able to accomplish these things. Where was the positive energy? Where was the negative energy? And obviously, our goals in 2019 want to be focused on where that positive energy is and doing less of where that negative energy is. Now, to do with quilting, those could be those UFOs that are sitting in the corner and have been there for years. If you have fallen out of love with a quilt project, you have my permission to set it aside, donate it to charity, but it doesn't have to be on your list of things to do in 2019. And the very last step in looking at 2018 is let's put a bow on it. Can you sum up last year in a word or a phrase or even a theme song? Just something that you can say, that was last year and we're moving on. So let's take a look at your dreams for 2019. What do you want to do? Now you are going to make a list. It doesn't need to be made in an hour. It's probably best to do it over a couple of days as you look over things in your sewing room. Here's an example list of some of the dreams and wants you might come up with. Of course, quilts are first on the list, both the fresh new ones and the UFOs hiding in the back of your closet. You can add in a sew-along or a block challenge here too. How about learning new skills through taking a class, attending a workshop, or just learning it on YouTube? Maybe you're at the point where you want to join a guild, or you want to take it to the next level and join a stitch and chat group. Maybe it's time you reorganize your sewing room, or maybe even build a new one. How about traveling to sew? Maybe you go to a major conference or take a cruise or visit an overseas quilt show. Maybe you want to volunteer for an executive role on your local guild or maybe in a national organization. I'm just throwing them out here. I'm sure you've got thousands more. Please put them in the comments below. More than likely, the quilts that you are going to be making in 2019, you don't even know them yet. You haven't seen the fabric, you haven't seen the pattern. You have yet to be inspired. But you can still put a chunk of time into your planning. You can say, I'm going to make 5 new quilts. So now you have this long list of dreams and ideas and wants. Now you've got to take a look at some very practical side of these things. Do you have the money? Do you have the time? Do you have the skills? Do you have the equipment? Do you have the support around you? And through this, an evaluation of this, you'll come up with a list of where you want to go. Okay, so now you've made a list of these dreams and you've figured out which ones you actually have the resources to do with. Now you've got to make the decision, will this actually help or benefit your life for doing? For instance, if you have a goal of making 12 quilts this year, but you have family, whether it be children or parents to look after, or your health is not particularly great, is having a bodacious goal going to fulfill you, or is it going to leave you drained and burnt out? Or if you're going to charge all the fabric to making these 12 quilts to your credit card, putting yourself in debt is not going to serve you. And always be sure that they're your goals. They're goals that you want to do. Nothing's worse than having another goal imposed on you by family or by friends. For instance, all your friends are joining a block of the month club and you're joining in too, but you realize, you know what, You don't either need the stress, or it's not your colors, or you don't like the quilt. You don't have to join in. And after going through this process, if you only end up with one goal, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to have 12 goals. This next step, this is key to the execution. You need to take your big goal and you need to subdivide it into smaller goals. And as you move through the goals, you can chart your progress. You can use charts, you can use graphs, whatever you'd like. And with some of these goals, you may realize it's going to take you a little bit longer than 2019, and you should not be constricted by the calendar. The farther out that you're working, the less accurate your numbers are going to be, and you need to be able to adjust. I use a bullet journal. I find it's wonderful keeping track of my progress. It doesn't need to be pretty, and you can make the layout work for you. If a new issue comes up that I haven't anticipated, I can easily alter it. But more importantly, when you get stalled, you can sit down and you can put it into smaller subgroups. As my friend Stephanie tells me all the time, you can only eat an elephant one bite at a time. And anytime I get stuck, I make smaller and smaller subgroups. I hope you will share some of your goals with me, either on Instagram or down below in the notes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm looking forward to a great year of sewing ahead. Take care, and I'll see you next time.